Hello, this is Fleur Majestrix, and I am finally releasing a new video. I am going to be doing a different series from my Awesome Knots one called Let's Play Pokemon Uranium, and as the title would suggest, we are going to be playing through this game. There's a lot I have to say about it. Not a lot of it. A lot of it's pretty bad, but I will try to give it as fair of a fair chance as possible. I've already beaten this game once before, and I'm going to be beating it again for YouTube. So let's stop enjoying quotes. I'll explain problems with it as we go along. So let's begin. We're doing regular mode because I don't really care much for Nuzlocke. Yes, I want to play on this mode. Also, I find this game is not balanced for Nuzlocke. Huh? Who is it? Oh, hello there. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Bambo. Folks, this is Ernest Bambo. He is our professor for this game, and he is a pretty bad professor, in my opinion. I'm just going to state this. I don't really care much for him. I also don't think he looks like a professor. He just looks like a regular islander. And the name does not do him any favors. This is what the game presents you with in the beginning. Enjoy. But if you find that hard to pronounce, you can just call me the Pokemon Professor. I will call you no such thing. You're the kid who's applying for a job, right? Great. Want the lowdown on what you'll be doing? No thanks. I don't need any info on this. I've already been through this once. I don't want to do it more. We humans share this world with creatures known as Pokemon. More than mere animals, Pokemon possess astonishing powers and remarkable intelligence. People and Pokemon coexist in many ways. You know, this is standard Pokemon Start MO, really, to be fair. Some Pokemon are kept as pets, others help us with work, and still others are used in battle by trainers such as yourself. But there's so much we still don't know about Pokemon. That's my job. I study Pokemon for a living. Specifically, I'm an expert on Pokemon elements. Pokemon elements, folks. Because saying Pokemon types are just too mainstream for him. Bambo's a hipster, so he's got to call them Pokemon elements. Every Pokemon is an elemental type, and each type has its own strengths and weaknesses. But why do they exist? Are there new types we haven't discovered yet? But I'll tell you more at your first day on the job. Report to my lab tomorrow to get your first Pokemon. Oh boy! Now, if you just fill out this form here. So, we get to pick the gender of our main character. We have male, female, and gender neutral, which, as my best friend, Knight Masamune, pointed out, their gender is guy, girl, and girl. Yeah, just stating. I'm going to be picking a male for this playthrough. Yep. So our name, also much like my friend, we're gonna... this is a weird thing that happens with these well, I don't know if it's just specifically RPG Maker games from XP, but I know it's a problem with this. It's just a weird glitch that happens based on stuff you type in your browser, I guess. I don't understand why it repeats items, but anyway, we're gonna call him Tom. You got one of the letters right. We're calling him Tom. Your name is Tom. Yes, I am Sir Tom, born from the Tom family line, where everyone's called Tom. My father was named Tom, and my mother was named Tom, and their parents before them were named Tom. The future is a blank slate. You, together with your Pokemon, are going to fill it. There will be challenges and thrills, and you're bound to make exciting discoveries. Let's go. 10 years ago, Tom's family lived in Bell Beach City. Also, we jump straight into the game with plot exposition. The largest city in Tandor. Their father, Kellen, was a brave and talented Pokemon Ranger. His name should be Tom, but F it. His name's Kellen, and this is actually Kellen from the Pokemon Ranger series, from what I've heard. I'm not exactly a giant fan of that, personally. Their mother, Lucille, was a brilliant scientist and an expert on nuclear energy. Although they both worked demanding jobs, they always found time to spend at home with young Tom. The Tandor region was at peace, and Lucille's company was working on a form of clean energy that would change the world. The future seemed bright, until... Oh, as a note, Tandor is apparently based around Brazil, from what I have found out and heard, so, you can do that with what you will. Do with that what you will. It was an ordinary day at the nuclear power plant where Lucille worked. As part of a routine inspection, they brought in a specialist to take a look at the electrical system. Their electrical system, which is run off a yes and no button, by the way, apparently. According to how this looks, their entire system's run off hitting yes or no. Boy, sounds efficient. No, it doesn't sound efficient, actually. It sounds poor. Cameron, have you finished your diagnostics? Yes, I have. Everything seems to be working perfectly. This generator you designed really does its job well, Lucille. Excellent. Also, another problem I have, the fishtails. They do this weird comic book style thing where you won't see the name of who's talking. They'll just point to them with the little fishtail with the dialogue box. It, to me, just doesn't work well for a Pokemon game. There'll be examples of the fishtails kind of covering your character or the text boxes themselves doing it. It just feels weird. Boss, you might want to take a look at this. Strange. The temperature readings are far higher than normal. Either we need to reset the thermometer, or the reactor is leaking a massive amount of heat. It can't be the thermometer, I just checked that. So. Or, well, long so, but still. There must be a breach in the reactor. At this temperature, in just a few minutes, we'll have a total meltdown. Everybody needs to evacuate now. Lucille! You have to leave too. Our mother decides to run further into the reactor and cause more problems. Lucille is, I'd say air quotes. Yeah, air quotes gone. With Cameron's help, all of the scientists were able to escape unscathed, except Lucille. She was never seen again after that day, and that's the minor, I guess, attempt at foreshadowing. I'm just going to state this game's plot is not really good at using foreshadowing correctly or really good at subtlety. The radiation leaking from the broken reactor made the surrounding area uninhabitable for many years, foiling any attempt to try and search for her. The loss of his wife had a profound effect on Kellen. This is the line I don't like. His personality His personality changed. He became cold and dedicated to his job. It's primarily and dedicated to his job, which makes no sense. It just gives me the impression that he was just slacking off the entire time before while his wife was there. And then she died. Now it's like, oh shit, I have a job now. Fuck my son. Time to actually care about my job. It's like, sounds really bad. You didn't need that. In time, he got promoted to chief of the Tandor Pokemon Rangers. Yeah, there are cops for the game. You don't have actual cops. We have Pokemon Rangers. However, he became too busy to care for his child. So young Tom was sent to live with their elderly auntie in Moki Town. We call her Auntie Tom. I will call her Auntie Tom. 10 years passed. Auntie's health waned. Supporting a child was too much work for her. Yep, our aunt's having health issues now. Fortunately, Ernest Bambo, the local Pokemon professor, was looking for a research assistant. 2 kids from Moki Town applied, Tom and their childhood friend, Theo. It was common for youths of a certain age to receive a Pokemon and travel the region as a Pokemon trainer. And so, Tom's journey began. Not really, Tom, come downstairs. You are late. Yeah, I'm not exactly a giant fan of how it starts off, honestly. I mean, it's kind of basic. Save for the parents dying. That's not so basic in a Pokemon game, but it just doesn't... Well, the mother, quote-unquote, the mother, in air quotes, dying. Whatever. I'll talk more about that later. Anyway, I wasn't exactly a fan of how it just dumped a whole bunch of plot exposition on us. It's crammed full of books about Pokemon. Me and my Owaten. Gerbolta's Big Adventure. Quest for the Legends. The one thing... I've read all these many times. The one thing I'll give credit a little bit is that they do you know, use some of the time in the main town so you can learn about some of the names of the new Pokemon you'll be encountering. It's a Nintendo Wii U, but I hear they're coming out with a new system soon. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue. We're going to be getting to another good thing. Also, it's a widescreen TV. I like to watch it while eating dinner. Not many of the TVs I've noticed are actually interactable, so the ones that are kind of stand out to me a little bit. Tom, sweetie, today's your big day, isn't it? I can't help but feel glum, seeing my little one all grown up and leaving home. Oh, if only these old bones could do more so that I could support us both. But we both know that you're ready for this. You and that boy, Theo. Always following in your footsteps, that one. You've always been so capable, but I wonder about him. He is younger, after all. Yeah, he actually has a confirmed age. So we're older than 11, is basically it, because Theo's actually 11. I'm sure his father, Cameron, would allow him to go unless he was sure. Anyway, to celebrate your big day, I got you a present. So we open it, and we get the running shoes to start the game off with. That's nice, honestly. The instructions on the read, you run, you hold Z, you can toggle auto run in the menu. It's neat. I will admit, I think that's a nice start. But you're not moving too slow. Like, you're not moving Gen 4 slow, so it's not that bad of a thing. So say I'm a nice professor. We're going to need to go talk to him anyway to get our first Pokemon. So, you can toggle auto run on. This is a feature that was in Heart Gold, Soul Silver. You can toggle auto run, and I like it. That's neat. So let's go look at some stuff. Scandalous! It's Auntie's sock drawer. This is their other form of humor. They like to bring out a lot of memes. Memes from just internet memes, game memes, everything. They'll reference a lot. It's crammed full of Pokemon books. Pokemon Life, Pokemon Evolution, Philosophy of Pokemon. This bookshelf contains Auntie's guilty pleasure reading, The Arcanine Prince of Fiery Romance. I don't want to know what my auntie's into now. I don't want to know. Taboki Town! And it's nighttime. This game has a day and night system, by the way. And I will say this game is not optimized well. Especially at night. It is pretty bad. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to talk to everyone in the town, but because I want to keep parts semi-short, I'm going to talk to a lot more people in the second part. I'm going to talk to who's currently super important right now, which is Cameron. You already saw him from the intro. Hello, Tom. Today's the day you and Theo receive your first Pokemon, isn't it? Theo certainly was excited. I imagine you must be too. I remember that day, all those years ago. Yes, I was a Pokemon trainer, just like you once. I'm retired now, of course, but I still remember what it was like. It was an auspicious day indeed. If you're looking for Theo, I'm afraid he's not here. He's already gone ahead to the Pokemon lab in the north of town. He's not very patient, so you should probably hurry along and join him. We're going to follow his advice for once. We're going to go right ahead, just so I can get to kind of the Pokemon obtaining part of it. So this guy's important to talk to for a bit too. Most of the Pokemon species found in Tandor are native to this region, but there are some which can be found in other regions too, like Mankey and Dunsparce. They're here for a reason. We'll get to Dunsparce later, and Mankey as well. Hey, wait up! And time to meet Theo. And you can tell he's Cameron's son, because that hairstyle runs throughout the entire family, apparently. Where do you think you're going, huh? Are you trying to get to the lab before me, so you can get the better Pokemon? Because Theo's 11, they want him to sound like a kid. Well, that ain't gonna happen. Because I'm gonna get the strongest one first. Try to keep up, Tom. This is the other weird thing. Their text break. They have weird line breaks at times, so it sounds odd, but I know what they're trying to say, but it comes across weird with the line breaks. Anyway, you walk in and forced into another cutscene. Hey, if it isn't Tom and your friend. Also, let me just add this. If you're gonna put names, don't have the fishtails. If you're not gonna put names, then you can use your fishtails. Don't do both, especially when you don't do both that often. It makes it when I come across this rather awkward. I don't like it. Just pick one or the other. I prefer the name, honestly. Tommy, wasn't it? Honestly, Pops, can't you even remember my name? It's Theo. Theo! Right. Theo, you're just in time. Today is a very special day for both of you. It's your first day at work as field research assistants at Bamboo Pokemon Research Labs. Your job will have you traveling across Tandor, observing and capturing many different kinds of Pokemon to help me with my research on Pokemon elements. I have 3 Pokemon here that will aid you on your journey. Before you get your starters, though, you both will take the Pokemon Trainer Aptitude Test. Test? I didn't study for any test. Yeah, this is the annoying part of this game, by the way. I thought you were going to give us a rare, powerful Pokemon. Now, don't worry. It's not the kind of test you have to study for. It's just a way to determine what kind of Pokemon trainer you will be. Different starter Pokemon are better suited for different battling styles. This is their weird half-ass way of justifying it. I don't honestly like it, as some Pokemon have different battle styles in one that you can do, and you can make a build for, so I find that very awkward and a really weird way to kind of defend this bad system. I'd rather just see the Pokemon I'm picking than just, take a test for it. A starter Pokemon will be your lifelong partner, because it's just forcing you to picking for your style. What if you like a certain design that doesn't fit your battle style? So it'll force you to learn a new battle style and to adapt. So it's important for you to work well together. Yeah, I get it. Enough talking. I want to get my Pokemon. Sheesh, kid, you're not very patient, are you? He's 11. What do you expect, Bambo? Alright. If you want to know more about what's on the test before we begin, you can talk to my aide. Now, Tom, are you ready to take the trainer aptitude test? This is another example of the fishtails being... This is an example of the fishtails being weird. This is, again, nitpicking, but, again, presentation does matter to an extent. And this is an example of kind of bad presentation. I'll say wait a minute. That's alright, take your time. Yeah, but not too long, alright? So the music will play and kind of shroud out and, drown out that other music and it'll be replaced. So, anyway, this is the aid. It'll tell you about the test. The Pokemon Trainer Aptitude Test sorts trainers into 3 basic types: defensive, offensive, and balanced. The colors give away the Pokemon you'll get. Well, the typing, at least. The professor will then give you a starter Pokemon that best fits your battling style. Defensive trainers receive the grass Pokemon, Orkinks. Orkinks is the hard mode of the game. At least for a bit, he can be considered the hard mode. It's gentle, hardy, and easy to raise. That's a fucking lie, and you fucking know it. That is bullshit. Pardon the language. Offensive trainers receive the fire Pokemon Raptorch. This one's my personal favorite. It's strong and speedy, but can be hard to control. I personally just like Raptorch, and you'll see why later. Bounce trainers receive the water Pokemon Electux. Its calm, collected nature allows it to adapt to any situation. It's also not balanced at all, actually. Its style is pretty set on what it wants to do, which is just be semi-bulky and do a lot of damage. It's really dumb, actually, how Electux plays. Choose carefully. A starter is your main partner on your journey. Anyway, we'll save here. And let's do this test. Let's get this test out of the way. Hey, Bambo. Tom, are you ready to take the trainer aptitude test? Yeah, I like how the fishtail doesn't show up in this case. As a note, I want to state this was made with RPG Maker XP, so I do give that credit, but I'll give minor credit when I can, but honestly, I find that there's a lot wrong with this at times. But the beginning's pretty harmless. Excellent. So, without further ado, when you encounter a new kind of Pokemon in the wild, what is your first reaction? Mine is to actually kind of, my reaction is to, depending on what it is, sometimes just generally catch it, but since I don't really need to worry too much about answering everything in red, we're going to hit throw right away. I'm going to be going for Raptorch, meaning I should be going for a lot more offensive answers. Very good, both of you. Come on, that was easy. Give me a tougher one. Okay, next question, then. Which of these TMs would you prefer to teach to your Pokemon? None of them. Hyper Beam is just... I'm not a fan of Hyper Beam. Protect, I'm not a big VGC player. Neither am I usually big on stall Pokemon, so Protect is not my style. Hidden Power is more of a filler move, as I generally... Unless I'm going competitive again, but even then, it depends on the Pokemon. So honestly, I'm not a fan of either of these, but Hyper Beam so I can get the red answer. It's an easy red answer. Hey, Professor, what's a TM anyway? I'll tell you later. Let's move on with the next question, shall we? The fact that Theo doesn't know what a TM is scary. Which of the following Pokemon would win in an all-out battle? I'm more partial to Ampharos because I love Ampharos, but we want red answers, so we're going to say Gyarados, who is also pretty cool. Is it possible to fail this test? No, it isn't. Now, this is your final question. So, answer it honestly. What is your best motivation for becoming a Pokemon trainer? Because I answered 2 reds, I can technically answer any of them now. I'm going to say making new friends. No question about it. I'm going to be a Pokemon master. And nobody's going to stand in my way. Because truthfully, I want to make friends. Haha, I dig your spirit, kid. Well, that's it for the trainer aptitude test. Now it's time to analyze your results. Okay, I finished my analysis. Tom, you seem to be a trainer who won't hesitate to go for what you want. Yeah, I got what I want. Good. Example, I got what I wanted here. You prefer to overwhelm your opponents with sheer force and firepower. The saying, the best defense is a good offense, is probably your mantra. I also want to state I find it very interesting, this whole little, the kind of mystery dungeon answer thing. I don't really like it in a regular Pokemon game. I'm not even a fan of it in a mystery dungeon at times either, so. You have a burning spirit within you that never ceases. For an offensive trainer like you, Raptorch is the best pick. Woo! And now since we got Raptorch, I can pick a name. Well, I gotta get him first. So, I kind of know the name I want to go for him with. We got Raptorch. We're gonna give him a nickname. Well, F my nickname. I was gonna name Raptorch Cetra, and Raptorch is a rare chance it's a girl. So I'm gonna name you Risty. If you get the reference, good on you. Risty is your name now. Hey, I'm tired of waiting. Tom got their starter already. When do I get mine? I'm done analyzing your results, Theo. Dang, I'm not used to getting a female. It's rare. I usually, when I look for starter females, I just reset till I get it. Damn, that was not what I was expecting. Theo, well, you certainly know what you want out of life. You're impulsive, impatient, and care mostly about your own desires. But I sense something else in you. Could it be the seed of greatness, the potential to transform yourself completely? Or maybe it's just that you're so young, I can't tell. Regardless, for a trainer like you, Orkinks is the best pink. Wow. He's the best pink green ever. He's the best pick. Yes, my first Pokemon. So, the reason I like Raptorch, for example, is because, well, mainly, not for example, I like him because Raptorch is based off of Velociraptor, and they're my favorite dinosaur type. Well, dinosaur breeder species, I guess. They're my favorite dinosaur, or Velociraptors. The armadillo parts are a bit much, but I kind of like Raptorch. He's one of the few designs I like in Uranium, and I don't really like a lot of the designs in Uranium. Tom, you have a Pokemon, and now I have a Pokemon, too. You know what this means, right? We have to battle! Oh, please, not in the lab. And first battle against Theo. Theo is pretty easy. Because they give him the starter that's weak to... What the did we both just get women? Is that gonna stay? Like, I kind of hope that stays. We both have female starters. That is hysterical. What? That's funny. Okay. Dang. But I think they randomized if I'm correct from what I remember, they randomized the Pokemon every time. At least it's like the gender and the ability, depending on the Pokemon. Maybe it's consistent. I know for some trainers they randomize it, so it sucks. Anyway, big difference. We start out with Ember. Much like some of the newer generations, you start out with a type ability that you have a stab bonus to. Meaning you share the same type, you do more damage if you use it. It's basic stuff. Orkinks is a grass steel type, meaning it's quad weak to fire. Electux is a water electric, meaning that in the battle when you fight Theo, he'd have a Raptorch, you'd have a quad weakness water gun to use on him. But with the fight with Orkinks, you only had Tackle and Growl against a Pokemon that had Static as its base ability. So the fight turned to RNG. They gave it Leech Seed to help minimize it, but I'll explain a little bit more about it maybe next part. What? But I was supposed to win. Tom got 350 Poké Dollars for winning, and we didn't get enough experience to level up, by the way. I want you to pay attention to that, because the experience curves in this game are awful. But how? I'm supposed to be the best trainer ever. That's impossible. Good trainers never lose. Wah. And he cries. Please don't cry, Theo, or else my fishtails are going to cover you both. Oh wait, I just did. Here, I'll heal your Pokemon for you and stab your head with my fishtail, apparently. Can you just remove the freaking fishtails? Your Pokemon were healed. I wanted to be an unbeatable trainer. How come I couldn't win? I really, really wanted to win. Well, between your starter and Tom's, theirs have the type advantage. Water beats fire, fire beats grass, and grass beats water. That's the elemental type triangle. Well, one of them at any rate. Learning to master type matchups is an important part of being a trainer. No way. I want a do-over. Why'd I repeat that like that? How come Tom gets the better starter? Well, it's not fair. It isn't fair. But hey. I'm going home. Theo learns the sad truth about Pokemon. It is not a fair game. At all. But it's a fun game. This one, not so much. Well, the beginning's pretty nice. Sigh. He took that... I said sigh. Oh, wait, because they didn't asterisk it. Yeah, whatever. He took that harder than I hoped. But you shouldn't be so quick to judge him. He's just a kid, after all. I expect he'll soon discover that training Pokemon isn't as easy as he imagined. Whatever. I'm going out to the entrance to Route 1, by the edge of town. Bring Theo, and I'll teach you both how to catch Pokemon. See you later, Tom. Unfortunately, I can't get Electux. So, the part's gonna be a little bit longer, just because I just want to show my Risty off. Cool. So, this is Risty. Fire Ground. That's a decent typing. 16 experience off. I should have gotten a whole level, but fuck it. Quirky nature. Strongly defiant. I think Quirky's neutral, right? Yep, neutral nature. One thing you can see is you can see your IVs and EVs now. You couldn't normally see those when you play these games. Yeah, I don't know why my freaking starter luck usually ends up not getting good IVs, but I'm not going for competitive. You don't really need to care about IVs too much going for competitive gaming. For that, not wrong. I meant you don't need to worry about IVs too much if you play the main game. You do need to worry about them if you go competitive. Slip of the tongue. Anyway, the difference between Tandor starters is they actually have, I guess, better abilities. Orkinx has Battle Armor, Electux is Static, and my Risty here has Flame Body, which is actually pretty helpful and can make certain fights a little bit easier, I guess. Anyway, let's move Ember to the top. And, yeah, that'll be it for now. So, we have to go see Mambo. But what happened to Theo? Is Theo going to be fine? I don't know. Well, I guess he will be. Sorry the part was a bit longer. That intro's a bit long. But, this is going to be a long journey. And I hope you're all ready to sit through it with me. I'll try my best to make this as bearable as possible. And honestly, I'll try to make it as enjoyable as possible. No promises, but I'll try my best. I want to kind of show the minor benefits this game has and a lot of the negatives. This game gets a lot of praise, and while I'm not going to bash fans of it, I just want to bring to light that this game isn't as flawless as they make it seem. But anyway, that's the first part. I'll see you next time. So this is Fleur Majestrix, and this will be the end of the first part. See you later.